Pretty cool. It's been very rewarding. I think I've been able to take a character that could very easily just sort of be a badass in one note and give her layers and points of view that maybe the audience didn't really expect to see. So much humanity, kind of come through this season. So that's been really fun to explore. And, I think the writers have just been very smart about not giving her as many facets as possible, and in that making her really relatable to, like the friendship with Linda is super relatable. Women, it's like two strong women, saying coming out as a demon. Like a lot of people from the gay community was like, oh my God, I've had that conversation with friends. Like I can relate, so that's been really cool. Yeah. I was like, how are they going to make this work? I mean, if you look at, you would just never expect that, right? From the pilot episode to bringing my sex toys and my sex swing, But really, honestly, that is, I think they saw the chemistry with me and Scarlett, and obviously how that might, and then the antagonistic relationship I had with Chloe, and that would be an interesting sort of dynamic to throw in there. So yeah, I thought they were really clever about how they kind of introduced it and where they've taken it to, up until this point. Her loyalty, yeah, to her friends or people that she cares about, yeah. And I think that's my most relatable trait, actually, to her as Lesley-Ann. And you see that more and more with those relationships like Trixie and Chloe. 216, I pretend to be a lesbian lover with Chloe, and it's super fun. And I go and help her, so it's, yeah, it's cool. Well, she doesn't, I don't think she's really that happy, obviously, that she doesn't know what's going on, but it's not an unusual, he's done this before. It hits Chloe more, I think, than anyone else because of the nature of their relationship, how close they've got, and obviously what's happened, the kiss, and, where are things sort of going. So, I think she's probably more annoyed that she doesn't know what the big picture is, and that comes to a head in 217. Yeah. I think they'll always be connected in the sense that she did take his virginity. But I think she's not a girl who's hung up on one specific thing. Do you know what I mean? Maze, the thing that you'll find out about demons in our show is they have no soul, so they live in the moment and they go with the flow, and that's very much what the character is. And I think they're always connected because of that, and the fact that he's now, at the end of that episode, he's decided to stay and help him be a part of the team. So I think there's an element of respect there, that you're not just the goody two-shoes angel, daddy's son. But I don't know where they're going to take the romantic relationship. I know fans really love seeing those two together, and I definitely enjoy working with DB. So maybe they'll introduce, another love interest or something for Maze, and that might cause a little friction or tension. I don't know. That's not actually a tease. I don't know. there's some real heavy stuff with Maze and Linda, like some really heart-wrenching, which was so much fun to play. And obviously God, which was announced, God comes down, so, or is it God? I don't know. So there's, yeah, I can't say too much. we just had a little like powwow before. They're like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say that. I'm like, okay. There is. It's called Mr. and Mrs Mazikeen Smith. And it's, as you know, it's our scripts are named after a line that's in the script. It's super cool because I get to like lead an episode, and you really get to see kind of like it's tied into like her bounty hunting somewhat. But you definitely get to see like 40 different sides of Maze in that episode. And it was just physically fun to do because I was pregnant, fighting, beating up boys, which is cool, but hard. For women who have had babies, if any of you have had, it's hard to do that while you're pregnant, but it was good. I love Scarlett so much. We've had play dates before with our dogs, like she's come over and hung out. It's tricky with her, like, because she has to do school, so she'd finish a scene and then, the rules are she has to do like 20 minutes of school, so she has to go straight to her tutor. But she is really sweet. She always comes and like, wants to feel the baby. I've told her to like think of some names to help me, So she's a very sweet kid. Like, I've always wondered how parents do that with kids in the business, But Sam, her mother, and her dad they've done like such an amazing job. She's the most normal, down-to-earth little girl you'll ever meet, who's still very much a kid, but then come action, she's just like so professional and knows her lines. So yeah, she's definitely one of my faves to work with. I love my Maze and Trixie scenes.